Adapter design pattern is a structural design pattern. It is used when a client class has to use another class that it cannot recognize. So let's try to understand this with the help of real life example. Consider you have one socket and this socket can produce 120 volt. Then you have one mobile and this mobile can consume 5 volt. So now we need to charge this mobile. So if we want to charge this mobile in this socket, then we need an adapter which can convert 120 volt to 5 volt so we can charge this mobile. So in real life scenario, this adapter is the which basically convert the 120 volt to 5 volt, and that's what the use of this adapter design pattern also. So basically when you have two different classes and they wants to communicate with each other, or in fact they wants to use their functionality, then we use the adapter design pattern. Let's see one more example. Consider you have one class and the name of the class is media player and it has one method called play. So basically this media player file can play on audio files. Now similarly we have another class that is VLC and it can play the VLC files of course, and then we have the MP4 class and it can play the MP4 files. Now this media player class wants to play the VLC file as well as the MP4 files. So in this scenario we use the adapter design pattern. So basically we use the adapter between these classes and this media player. So by using this adapter interface, this media player can use the VLC and MP4 classes and can play the VLC and MP4 file. So this adapter design pattern is used many places in SDK softwares when we require to support some library in our system. Let's see the object-oriented design of adapter pattern. So this is my interface, that is the latest media player, and in this interface we have the method play. Now these are my subclasses, that is VLC and MP4. So these classes will implement this interface, that is the latest media player. It means they will implement the play method into their corresponding classes. And now this is my media player interface and this is my class which is audio player. So we have the method play here, that is in media player interface, and of course this audio player class will implement the play method. So basically this audio player will play the audio files and this VLC will play the VLC file and MP4 will play the MP4 files. This audio player class wants to play the VLC file as well as the MP4 file. So it need the support of adapters to use this VLC and MP4 class to correspondingly call the play method of these. So this is my adapter, and if you see this adapter is also implementing this media player interface. It means this adapter will also implement this play method. So in this adapter we have the instance of this interface, that is latest media player. So if you see this adapter is implementing this interface and correspondingly creating the instance of this latest media player. So that's how these two interfaces are connected with each other with the help of this adapter. This is the interface which has the two classes that is implementing, and this interface is also, this adapter is also implementing this interface, and this audio player is also implementing the same interface. And now we have the instance of media player in this audio player class. So this media player is nothing but the interface from which these two classes are connected. Here in the constructor of the class that is adapter, we are creating the instance of VLC and MP4. Means according to the requirement, we will create the instance of VLC and accordingly we will create the instance of MP4. So here we have created the instance of latest media player, which is nothing but the instance of interface, and now depend on a requirement we will create the drive classes instances. So these two classes are implementing the same interface, so we can create the instance of VLC as well as the instance of MP4. And this is my play method where I'm calling the play method. So if we create the instance of VLC and then call the play method, then it will call the play method of VLC class. If we create the instance of MP4 and call the play method, it will call the play method of this MP4 class. Now in this class we are creating the instance of this adapter class where we are passing VLC or MP4. So basically this is the instance of this interface which is media player, and here we are creating the instance of adapter class, and when we call new adapter basically we are calling the constructor, and in this constructor where accordingly whether the audio player is passing VLC or MP4 we are creating the instance of VLC or MP4. So if we pass VLC here we create the instance of VLC class, and then we call play method of this adapter class, which correspondingly call the play method of VLC. So you can see the link here. In this particular constructor, let's say if I pass VLC, then it will create the instance of VLC here because we are calling the constructor of this adapter class. And then once we call the play method from this instance, which is the instance of adapter class, it will call the play method of this adapter class, and from here we call the corresponding play method of that VLC class. So that's how the audio player can able to play the VLC file or the MP4 file. Let's see the complete code here. So this is my interface, that is a media player, and in this interface we have the method called play, and in this method we have the two arguments, that is audio type and the file name. So this audio type can be MP4 or it can be VLC, and this file name is the file that we need to play. And then this is my audio player class. So this audio player class implementing the media player. So of course it need to implement this method, that is play. And then this is my interface, that is latest media player. So this interface also has the method play where we have the file name. And these are the two classes, that is VLC and MP4. So these two classes are implementing this interface, that is latest media player. Then these two classes must implement this play method in their corresponding classes. And then this is the main class of this design pattern, that is adapter. So this adapter is implementing the media player, that is this specific interface media player. So it must need to implement the play method. And now in this adapter we are creating the instance of latest media player. This is my latest media player interface. So we are creating the instance of it. And this is the constructor, that is adapter constructor. And in this constructor we are passing the media type. If the media type is VLC, we are creating the instance of VLC. If the media type is MP4, then we are creating the instance of MP4 class. So basically this is the instance of this latest media player. So we can create the instance of VLC as well as MP4 in this if and else if statement. And from here we are creating the instance of this media player. So this media player is the interface. This class and this class both are implementing this media player interface. So we can create the instance of media player, and in this play method of this audio player class we are creating the instance of adapter. This is my adapter. I am creating the instance of adapter passing the audio type. So let's say the audio type is we are passing as VLC from the client. So we are passing VLC here, and it creates the instance of this class which is adapter, and then we are calling adapter.play. So if you see, when we are creating here the instance like adapter equal to new adapter, we are calling this constructor, that is adapter here, and in this argument we are passing VLC. So once we pass here VLC, it will check that media type is VLC, so it creates the instance of VLC class. And then when we call the play method, it will basically call the play method of VLC class, and it will play the file of VLC format. So if you see, from this audio player we can easily able to call the play method of VLC. So let's see in a client perspective. So this is my client code, and here we are creating the audio player instance. This is the audio player instance, and from this instance we are calling this play method, and subsequently from this play method we are creating the instance. So basically we are calling the constructor of this adapter class, and here we are passing the audio type. This audio type is, let's say, VLC, so we pass the VLC here, and then we are creating the instance of VLC, and then we call the play method here, which will correspondingly call the play method of VLC class. So from this audio player we can easily able to play the VLC file. Similarly, if we want to play the MP4 file also, so we can call the MP4 class play method. So that's how we need to design the adapter design pattern.